Have you ever wondered if fairies are real or merely figments of our imagination? Intriguing, isn't it? The thought of these tiny magical beings fluttering around, spreading a dash of enchantment wherever they go. Are they mere stories weaved by imaginative minds, or do they truly exist hidden from our mortal eyes, a question as old as time, waiting to be answered? But fear not, for we shall not leave it unanswered. Let's journey into the magical world of fairies and try to find the answer together. The concept of fairies dates back centuries, intertwined with the folklore and myths of numerous cultures. These enchanting creatures, often depicted as small, human-like beings with wings, have captured human imagination since time immemorial. But where did they come from? To trace the origin of fairies, we must journey into the heart of folklore and mythology. In ancient Celtic cultures, fairies were believed to be a race of demigods, inhabiting a mystical realm between the mortal world and the divine. They were revered, feared, and often invoked for their magical powers. Then there's the Norse mythology, where fairies, or huldufolk, as they were called, were seen as hidden people, living in a parallel world invisible to human eyes. They were known to be mischievous, yet protective of nature and their sacred spaces. In the Far East, particularly in Japan, fairies, or yosei, were considered spiritual embodiments of natural elements. They were seen as guardians of forests, mountains, and water bodies. As we move through history, these ancient beliefs evolved, influenced by literature, art, and religion. Fairies were no longer just mystical beings, but began to personify human qualities and emotions. From Shakespeare's playful Puck in A Midsummer Night's Dream to J.M. Barrie's mischievous Tinker Bell in Peter Pan, fairies have found a permanent place in our cultural lexicon. From ancient legends to modern-day interpretations, fairies have always been a part of human culture, enchanting us with their magic and mystery. Fairies are known for their magical powers and their connection to nature. The world they inhabit is an ethereal realm, where magic is as common as the air we breathe, and every leaf, every stone has a story to tell. In this magical world, fairies are the guardians of nature. They have a deep and profound connection with every element of the natural world. From the tallest trees to the smallest insects, every creature is an ally, a friend. Fairies can speak to them, understand their needs, and help them thrive. It's a symbiotic relationship, a beautiful harmony that keeps the natural world in balance. Their abilities are as varied as the fairies themselves. Some fairies have the power to manipulate the elements, controlling the wind, the rain, the fire, and the earth. Others have the ability to heal, mending the wounds of the creatures they protect, or restoring wilted plants to full bloom. Fairies also interact with other magical creatures. They dance with the pixies under the moonlight, share secrets with the gnomes, and play hide-and-seek with the sprites. It's a vibrant, lively community where magic and camaraderie are woven into the fabric of everyday life. In the magical world of fairies, each day is a celebration of life and nature. They play amongst the dew-kissed flowers at dawn, bask in the golden glow of the afternoon sun, and twirl under the twinkling stars at night. Their lives are filled with joy, wonder, and a deep respect for the natural world. And yet, despite their seemingly carefree existence, fairies also carry a great responsibility. They are the caretakers of nature, the stewards of the earth. Their magic, their abilities, their very existence is dedicated to preserving the beauty and the balance of the natural world. In the enchanting world of fairies, magic is a part of everyday life, and nature is a friend to be cherished. It's a world where every creature, every plant, every element is interconnected, and where the magic of fairies is as essential as the sun that warms the earth. Fairy tales with fairies as central characters have shaped our imaginations and influenced our perceptions of the world. These enchanting stories, brimming with magic and wonder, have seeped into our culture, coloring our understanding of the world and our place in it. Through the simple act of storytelling, fairy tales have taught us about the dichotomy of good and evil, helping us navigate the complex maze of moral quandaries. Moreover, these tales have fostered an understanding of right and wrong, making us contemplate the consequences of our actions. They've shown us that every action has a reaction and every choice a consequence. But perhaps the most beautiful lesson of all is the power of magic. Not just the kind that turns pumpkins into carriages or frogs into princes, but the magic that resides within each of us, the magic of kindness, compassion, and love. Through fairy tales, we've learned valuable lessons about life, love, and the magic of believing. So, are fairies real? Or are they just stories we tell to spark our imaginations? As we've journeyed together through the whimsical history of fairies, their magical world, and the profound impact of fairy tales, we've seen that these enchanting beings hold a special place in our culture and imagination. They represent wonder, mystery, and the beauty of the unseen. Whether real or imagined, fairies capture our hearts and minds, reminding us of the magic that lies in our world and within ourselves.